tell. So do you want to start just by introducing yourselves? Because I'm not sure everybody will know you.
Okay. Awesome. We've got the floor. So, Benny and Lynda Ojiakor, we live in Harrogate. We've been married actually for nearly
25 years in
Are you
March.
sure it's 25? Okay,
Yes.
yes, 25. Yeah, 25. 25 years in March.
March 30th to be precise.
I normally, he knows his date. So awesome. So and we've got three
lovely children.
Lovely children.
Two teenagers and one young adult.
Yes, exactly. And we are visionaries of a ministry called Wisdom of Faith Ministries, which is about getting people to discover their inherent life purpose. So, which is really, really great. So we've been doing that for
10 years.
For over 10 years now. And we've been seeing tremendous lives change. So, yeah.
We love to hear missional stories, especially that are happening in our town. So, Lynda, Benny, please share something with us.
Oh, fabulous! So, like as I said, we have a ministry called Wisdom of Faith Ministries, and in that we have lots of events and training programs that we run. Now, I'll just two of them. One of them is the LVC, which is is called. LVC means Lord, Valued and Capable. So it's really about people who have limiting beliefs about themselves, and we encourage them to have a positive outlook on life. And we actually ran this program a couple of years ago, and it's still available, by the way, where we have people coming in for 6 weeks. And just one particular story was this guy, he came, we have a couple of people coming from different charity organizations with people who have issues to do with negative beliefs. So anyway, so they came on this program, and we had this particular guy who came on the first week. After the first week, he actually went to the cafe with his friend who came on, both of them came on together. And they spent about over 2 hours just mulling over what they had learned. And then that particular weekend, for the first time, he went on to tell his father that he loved him, because obviously on the program we asked them to confess, or to say that they are loved, they are valued, and they are capable. And then the next week they came back, and we talked about choices. And then by the third week, we then had them talking about their goals and what their dreams. So is Dare to Dream. And then this particular lady who apparently had been going to different community groups for over 10 years. She came with a social worker, and that first time she actually spoke, and she said, I want to go to college. Her social worker actually looked at her and said, she's never spoken like this before. She said, I want to go to college. And as a result, the charity, which is the Homeless Project, actually employed her as a volunteer. And then they went on, which was so fantastic, and she went on to actually work for that particular organization. And they said, anytime this program is running, they would actually fund the program for the delegates, which was pretty amazing. So that was really life-changing.
That's right. And out of the feedback, obviously, we eventually got funding, and it was launched by the mayor of Harrogate that time in MCC. And I think for me, one of the success stories of LVC also was this particular call girl who came for LVC, and then she was touched. And then she came for one of a program, ladies program, and she was born again, gave her heart to God, and then eventually came for our Faith for Purpose program. And then by the time she finished that 9 months program, she found out who she is, because one of the questions we ask is, who are you? Whose you are, and why are you here? So because she discovered her identity, she decided after finishing that course to stop doing what she was doing and went back to her country in Africa to establish and teach other people about who they are.
So you've talked there about a couple of different programs. So one was called Loved, Valued and Capable, or LVC, and the other was Faith for Purpose, which we can see behind you. Can you tell us a little bit about each of those and what the difference is?
So with the Faith for Purpose program, it is a life-changing program designed to enable the individual to discover their inherent life purpose and be empowered to live it and impact their world. Now, the program is actually aimed at anyone who's actually wanting to discover their inherent life purpose. And also because this is quite important, because you will never find true fulfillment until you discover who you are, and why you are here. We love this famous quote from Mark Twain, who said, there are two most important days in your life, the day you were born and the day you find out why. So that's pretty amazing.
That's right. And in FFPP, these are some of the topics we teaching topics. Is who are you? The revelation of God's love, the royal law of freedom, mind management, the pursuit of purpose, provision for purpose, the established heart. So these are some of the teaching topics that by the time people digest it, it tremendously change their lives.
And just digging a bit into FFPP, for those who are interested, it comprises of 6 modules, about 40 teaching sessions, plus one-to-one mentoring sessions. It's quite interactive. There's opportunities for question and answers, and opportunity also to practically apply what they have learned. And also we encourage delegates to seek opportunities to serve in their local church and in community as well, which is pretty awesome.
That sounds amazing. So that's Faith for Purpose.
Correct.
Yep. What about the other one?
So the LVC, so that's for 6, that runs for 6 weeks. So in that we do, as I mentioned previously, different modules, one of which is Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. So getting them to look into their thought life, because obviously we know that if you don't, your thoughts affects your words, it affects your actions, it affects your habits, and in turn affects your destiny. So we get them to look into that. Also look at the power of choice. We also look at Dare to Dream, and get them to really, really hone in on what they really want to do, and also empower them on ways of how to do that. So which is pretty awesome as well. In fact, talking about the FFPP, we actually had another story of because we've had people who have come onto the program between 6 to 9 months. They come on, and you know, the people, we've seen marriages restored, people who have come on know who their true identity, that we've seen marriages restored. We have people going on to change career courses, those who have set up businesses, you know, and really in Harrogate, we've got a lady who set up her own business in Harrogate as well, which is pretty awesome. And then one of our delegates just recently has actually gone to write her own book. She never knew she could do poems, you know, but God gave her that. She just had that love for that gifting came out, and we encouraged her to, she's now even written her own book. And then another delegate as well, who now she had a 15-year crack addiction. And then, but she heard about the program and came onto it. I tell you, Janet and Sam, it's really awesome, because when we're doing this, you're not just changing a life, you are changing a community, you're changing a family, that is why these courses are so important to us. Now, this lady then eventually came onto the program. After 9 months, she discovered who she was, who God had made her to be. Now she's gone on to set up a drug rehabilitation center for ex-addicts in her own local community in West Yorkshire, and the government have actually funded that as well. So and it's actually, she said, Lynda, this program has so changed my life. I'm actually teaching my own children who they are. So she's not just impacting her own community, but also her own family as well, which is so.
And she has written a book.
And she has written a book as well.
And she goes about speaking, also with speaking engagement.
So it's just awesome.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would the people be that would access these courses?
Okay, for the FFPP, which is Faith for Purpose program, is a life-changing mentoring program that is designed to enable people to discover their inherent life purpose, so that they can be empowered and live and impact their community. So who is it aimed at? It's aimed at anyone who wants to deepen his or her knowledge in God, who really wants to know why they are here, because everything that creates solves a problem. The eye sees, the mouth speaks, the ear hears. So we are not just here just to go to college, get a career, marry, have children, 9 to 5 work. No. That's why that people have an emptiness in their gut, and that emptiness is filled when they find God and when they find why they are created. Okay, so LVC, love, valued, and capable. So we use it to help people build their confidence and self-esteem so that they can have effective personal development. And once they're able to get that, they will be able to impact their community. Because the purpose of life is really to live, to give. And we can, and if our life is not about giving, we will not find fulfillment too. You see, if we just only take, and we become like a reservoir, not giving out. So that's why some people see their life so frustrated. But when they come, we just remind them that they are loved, they're valued, they're capable, and encourage them to go through the 3 phases of the course. They are taught life, which is mind management. They are making positive choices, because whatever a person is going through in life is a result of the processes of their choices. So we help them, teach them the importance of choice, and then we help them to dare to dream. So that's why by the time they finish those 6 weeks course, their lives are changed. But it's open to everyone. There is no age or faith in conditions. It's open for anyone, male and female.
Okay. Yeah, good.
And people from all ages, like the story that we gave earlier on, the man that went and said to his father, "I love you," for the first time. He was about in his early 60s. So which means his dad could be in his 80s, and for the first time, because he never had anybody told him that he's loved.
So basically received love and now he's giving love.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you cannot give what you don't have. So once people receive, they can give. And that's why, if you don't mind, I just quote the word of Jesus. It says, freely you have received, freely you give. So if you have not received, it will be difficult to give. So that's what life is about, believing, rejoicing, and receiving.
So all there's left to say is thank you, really. Thank you for sharing those stories with us and telling us about those lives that have been transformed.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so much.
Thank you, Janet and Sam.